The morning loop. It starts. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hey, baby. It starts right now.
Good morning, Business Athlete Nation. Welcome back to another Loop on the Rooftop. If you're here, you're already ahead of yesterday. Today isn't background noise, it's a mirror. If you're coasting, this show is gonna feel very uncomfortable in a good way. Lady Drew, we knew you were out there. We appreciate you. Come say hi in the comments, okay? We've got regret, fake night owl identities, health excuses, and soft leadership on the chopping block this morning, fellas. If you showed up tired, stressed, or pretending you're fine, good. This is exactly where you need to be. Keith, Jon, crew, nation's on the rooftop and ready. Let's kick this thing off and get to work in the lab.
Hey, just remind you guys can join the comments. Comments are open. Vertical channel. Both the streams are combined. So I encourage you to get out there and drop where you're coming from, where you're joining us from. Hey, you guys checked your my Roddy Piper voice. Oh my god. Hey, Petro, Roddy Piper's from Manitoba. Yeah, St. Boniface guy, just down the road from me. True story. 100%. Yeah. Maybe I'll bring out my bagpipes and my skirt one day, or my kilt. Fuck, I want a kilt. I absolutely love to wear kilts. I'm all for the kilt. Actually, Jimmy, maybe the kilt can be like our uniform. I can see myself in it. I can see Anderson in it. Oh my goodness. Good times. Good times. All right. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, Kevin Tejeda. I think that's how you say his last name. Lost 100 pounds. We're going to have that conversation with Kevin joining us. We got John Anderson joining us here in a few moments. But guys, before we kick into it, I want to talk about Warren Buffett. Yep. True story. We got something with Warren Buffett, and he has something to say. Before we do that, though, let's bring the dog in himself, the big dog. Johnny, Jimmy, let's bring him up.
What's up, brother? How are you? Just having a little trouble getting logged in. My apologies.
Yes, I see that. I said we had a chat about the team had a chat about Johnny yesterday on the show. We're like, Johnny, we got to get Johnny a better watch, man. He's running a little late on our transitions here in the mornings.
I'm supposed to be in between 10 and 13, and I keep getting here right on the skin. And today is actually 2 minutes late.
Yeah, you're at about 16. Yeah. So,
well, team, I've been addressed.
Well, how are you, pal? How was your last 24 hours?
I'm good. I'm so good. I'm actually, I'm feeling better in the mornings, which is good. I got my sleep back on track, which has been really helpful. I feel like I'm finally getting the battery to actually actually show me the charge.
Yeah. Well, so we've been talking about the sleep score thing lately, right? And I got a rant with you again this morning. Got a rant. So my watch told me I had a great sleep last night. I was like, no, I'm tired. I'm like, fuck you.
Isn't it crazy?
It is. It actually is. So it's the first time in the last week it told me I had one of my best scores. And actually, I was tired today. Why? I went to bed a smidgen later, but my brain, I was on yesterday, man. I was fucking working hard. You know, I had a little chat. I was so excited about what was happening yesterday. I got a lot of work to do here today. But the point is,
you were cutting promos yesterday, brother.
But the point is, though, I'm like, the gadget told me one thing, and I'm like, no, but I'm not feeling that way. So again, just reminding, so there's a psychological thing too, right? So does that tell somebody who's not feeling the right way that it's now psychologically giving you the placebo that you are feeling better? Do you follow what I'm saying there?
Yeah, right? For sure. I mean, and again, it's a great metric, just not the number one on the totem pole.
That's right. Yeah, it's another number in our lives that we need to pay attention to. Speaking of numbers, hey, so Buffett has where's my notes here?
You want to hear real quick? You want to hear the most silly fucking mistake that I was making in my sleep?
Uh-oh.
Fucking crazy, dude.
I do. You wore your socks to bed.
No. I would never sleep if I wore socks.
Fuck, no way, man. I know. I hear it. Tell me.
So, I mean, I'm always experimenting I'm always focused on some experiment. I love it. Right?
Yeah.
That's just me. What makes me me. And a lot of times I get too hyper focused on the experiment, right? Okay. And I've been doing this creatine experiment, as we know.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But it's been a motherfucker to get that much down, right?
Seriously.
Yeah. So I've been having to really stay on top of, and water is a big piece of that because if you don't bring water in with it, you're basically, it's like you're asking a fire to burn hot with no oxygen.
Yes. Yes.
So anyway, I'm focused on this, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm like, fuck, I'm peeing up a storm, and I'm like, God, I'm up too much to pee at night, and I'm thinking of all these different, reasons of why I'm up too much to pee, and I'm blah 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 blah. Anyway, what it fucking comes down to, when I broke it all down and looked at it closely, what was happening was, on many days I would start to lag a little bit with, I'm supposed to front load my water with that much, right? On many days I would front load, but then the middle day I would lag, and then I would have to kind of back load. So I was taking in too much in the back half of the day. It was keeping me up to pee too much, and I wasn't fucking connecting the dots that it was just the water consumption wasn't shifted properly.
I got to be honest, brother. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head, because we're talking powder, like we're talking like powder, like substance. Yeah. So when I hear you say you're having a hard time, consuming the powder, it's kind of, I don't want to say it doesn't make sense, but it's hard to wrap my head around that.
Well, it's not just consuming the powder. You have to consume the powder with enough water to actually.
No, I know, I understand that, but it's just hard to kind of wrap my head around that, because it just, I'll be honest, I guess I'm taking your willingness to do shit for granted. So I'm like, why the fuck can't you drink more water? Like, that's actually what my head is saying.
Well, and that's exactly what I was doing. And that's what I was doing. Yeah. And it wasn't a problem to get it down. The problem with get it down was to get it down at the right time of the fucking day.
I see what you mean. Yeah. So
it was lagging too late in the day. I was at one point, Terry, actually, she fucking counted. I peed 6 fucking times in one night.
Mercy.
She's like, babe, you know how many times you're peeing? I was like, probably 3 or 4. She said, no, 6. You're not getting one fucking sleep cycle.
So you know what? I know you're not a fan of this bullshit, and I'm respectful of that. I am. I got to be honest, man. As a human experiment, I feel like we should. Maybe the show should break into the budget and grab a little gadget for you. And I'm curious if you're open to it, just so we can add it to the experiment meter. Right, where we can talk, because we're doing the show anyways. Like, we're gonna be on for the next fucking number of years. So you're like, yeah, here's what happened to me, and here's what the reality, here's what the bullshit is. We're having a discussion, just kind of spitting out loud with you, because Terry says you're up 6 times at night. You look at the metrics. It's just one of those it just adds to your storytelling, is what it does.
Well, I have one of these on my wrist, and it's called Terry.
Yeah.
So anyway, so once I realized I was up more than I thought, which was the problem. I didn't realize I was up that much. Yeah. If I'd known I was up 6 times regularly, I'd be like, okay, that's way too much. And so all I did was fucking to really run the quick test. I basically cut my water off 2 hours before bed, which that day I went a little behind on my experiment. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking pow. 6 times to 2 times,
dude.
Yeah,
I've been really So I actually, now that you say that, I have not been up all night, all week to pee.
That's huge. I'm a 2-time a nighter. I've been that way since I was in my early 20s. Once I started with water consumption.
Oh yeah. Hey, season strength comes in here. I'm sure you know this. Did you know that creatine changes if left in water too long? I guess it changes too long. Is that what's your knowledge on, Johnny?
I mean, there's some merit to that for sure.
Some science,
The older science was much more concerned than the newer science.
Okay. Kevin,
but, you don't want to mix it. You don't want to mix it 6 hours ahead.
Right, and you don't want to have it sitting in the fridge for the week and going, okay, I'm sipping. Yeah, I get you.
It's not like a flavor. You got to basically, what I do is my bottles are filled, and as I go through them, I mix another one, drink it down. So it's never more than a few hours.
We're gonna get to the conversation desk in a minute here, Jimmy, and we're gonna Kevin Tejeda joining us at the bottom. Yeah, Johnny, we got a guy who lost 100 pounds, man. I love these transformations.
Real quick, back to the story. So all I'm saying is, this was what was was causing remember I was like, constantly not fucking recovering, and I was not myself.
Yes.
Well, holy Christ, I'm only on day 2, and I'm like, holy shit, I can fucking feel the difference. So fucking A. Sometimes, I guess the moral of the story is, sometimes you can't get so focused over here, you miss some of the basic shit over here.
It's true. Well, back to numbers. If you're so focused on what's happening here, you might not be paying attention to what's happening around you, right? Because what happened, I believe what happens with us is we get conditioned to believing this is right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I say all the time, don't get lost in the details.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're talking about right now in many ways, right?
And I got
So,
lost in the details because I was being too hypercritical or in this way, basically here, it was just, I missed the most fucking simple thing.
yeah. 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 Speaking of simple thing, before we get to the conversation, just a quick little thing. Johnny, talking about dissolving creatine in water. Lauren and I were flying home from Ecuador a couple of years back, it was. And they were stopping us at security, but on the other side of security with our water bottles. And we couldn't take water bottles in the plane. I was like, well, why not? Like, well, because you can dissolve cocaine in it. It's like, oh, I didn't even think about the idea of actually putting my cocaine in a water bottle, dissolving it, drinking it, and then getting back home to America and then boiling the water out and having the cocaine residue left. And I'm just making one of my naive 50-year-old statements when I was walking to the airport.
Water that you actually bought once you got past their security?
Yeah. And then at the gate to get on the airplane, you could not take any liquids on the plane because they were concerned that you could have something in it. And as you know, you could boil it off. It didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah. Well, I guess these fuckers they're creative in how they move their shit around.
Oh, totally. Yeah, 100%. All right, Jimmy, Sterling, Preston. I know we got some stuff at the conversation desk. We got a few things we're going to get into before we bring Kevin Tejeda and the guy who lost 100 pounds. I can't wait to have this conversation. Jimmy, Sterling, Preston, what's going on this morning?
First up, deepfakes aren't just funny filters. They're quietly breaking ID checks and turning crypto into a biometric scam playground. Then we've got Meta turning your reels into evidence, flagging who's copying your stuff, and quietly eating your monetization. And AI could erase half of junior office jobs while hackers test drive Claude in cyber attacks.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mornings Live with Keith Jon and friends. You got myself. I'm the handsome Chief Keith Billis. Over there is John Anderson. Over there is Kevin Tejeda joining us in a few minutes. The guy who lost 100 pounds is going to bring him into the show this morning. But guys, it's International Men's Day, Johnny.
And hey, team, real quick, team, thank you for fucking calling me out on my shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need that.
It's true. It's how we all gain and earn, and we keep trust and respect. Hey, so it's International Men's Day, and I only bring it up for one reason, because I was looking for a hook for today's show, because in my world, it's International Men's Day every day. It's like it's International Mom's Day, birthdays, and Christmas days, and every day. I hate celebrating special days, but apparently, Johnny, today's International Men's Day.
Well, you what those days?
I strongly do not like celebrating a single day in the world. I like celebrating every day. Thanks for catching that, brother.
Dude, I gotta tell you, we because we do this to each other. Yeah, you've made me better at it too.
Yeah. Well, it's true. We talk all the fucking time, man. Like my first one,
and it's just like it's so fucking great when, because you can't correct everybody. Not everybody wants to be corrected.
No, I know.
We welcome each other, making us better, and so I fucking love it, dude.
And so do I. It's funny because I do with people around me too. They're like, I'm like, what did you say? I'm like, I go, no, what did you say? They're like, oh, I've actually extended this out because the energy perpetuates itself. When we use the H word, it continues to perpetuate itself. But guys, it's Men's Day, so I'll leave this. Gentlemen, Johnny, I'm going to invite you to do this too, pal. It's Men's Day today, guys. Here's my invite. Pick up your phone today, send a text to somebody. Just send a text. Send a text to a buddy. Just send a text and tell somebody you're thinking about them. And because that might move the needle in somebody's world that you don't even know that they need that needle moved. So today would be the day to do that.
I did that already.
I know you did.
Feels good. Yeah. Everybody awesome. Do it.
And hey, brother, what else is happening today is I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one, but somebody you and I guess grew up with in the sports world, and it's kind of when you look back, especially these athletes, John, I think it makes us reflect on our own age. But dude, LeBron James is now 40. I can remember when the guy first started.
Savage, dude. It just shows you when you play the game, not just the NBA game.
Yeah.
You play the game of fucking making everything. Oh, speaking of devil, look at that. That's actually my best friend fucking texted me some love.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah.
He's a cancer survivor, by the way.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna have him on.
Yes, absolutely. We fucking have him on.
I've known him since fucking Little League soccer.
Okay, well, we got to set it up, brother. You know what we'll do? We'll go do a 45 an hour with him, 100%. Yeah, I would love to set that up. But yeah, LeBron going to be 40, 23 seasons, Johnny, in the league.
He plays the game of recovery. He plays the game of nutrition. Yes. He plays every game known to make his world better. And look what it's done for him.
Yeah. I like pulling these ones out because because, I think, we go through life idolizing certain humans, and sometimes we wonder how to be like a certain human, and sometimes it's not as difficult as we seem that it thinks.
He's a perfect act as if.
Yes.
Because if you want to act as if, look at the shit he does that's not on the court. That's what you need to start to practice.
Yeah. And love him or hate him, because I'll use that word, hate him, because some people do not like LeBron James.
Well, that word can be used in a catch your attention phrase for sure.
Sure. But you cannot deny the fact the guy has had an impact on his terms, the way he goes about it. And look his journey, right? Cleveland, back to LA, the ESPN announcement, all the things that he's done. He's moved the needle in culture. There's no question about it.
He's like the Tom Brady. He can show up to a fucking team, and if he can't win it himself, he'll call one of his buddies to come help him do it. Yeah, exactly. All right, Kevin, I see you in the green room, brother. We're going to bring you up in a few minutes here. We're just going to wrap up our topics up here in the conversation desk with Sterling and Preston. Hey, Jimmy, I think we got something for those AI deepfakes. If you have something, Jimmy, you want to run that for us?
AI deepfakes aren't just celebrity meme fuel anymore. They're now 1 in 5 biometric fraud attempts trying to beat security. Humans only catch good deepfakes about 1 in 4 times, and fewer than 10% of fraud pros feel ready. Today, we're breaking down how AI is turning crypto, banking, and payments into a deepfake minefield, and what men should watch.
So, Johnny, in the No Shit Sherlock department, deepfakes are essentially, here's the reality, is that, what is it, 1 in, so 35% of digital forgeries are all being done right. Crypto deepfakes are used 60% of the time versus 22%. The reality is deepfakes are 1 in 4 people are getting scammed by deepfakes. And here's the funny thing, man. You and I do this show every single time, and you've said yourself where every single day people are using your shit. Well, the more you and I keep talking and creating video, the propensity for our voices and heads and faces to be used for deepfakes are increasingly higher than somebody else, because we do the show so much. But mom, dad,
well, even before deepfakes, they could just literally take a piece of your content.
Yes. Speaking of content, hey, Meta launching a tool. This would be important to you, John. Meta launching a tool to detect stolen reels on Facebook. Sterling, what's that all about?
Meta just rolled out content protection that snitches on copied reels across Facebook and Instagram before they quietly farm your views. It shows you who's reposting, how many views they're stealing, and lets you block, tag, or forgive them. For creators, this is part alarm system, part probation officer, especially for spam farms and faceless pages living off stolen clips.
So, brother, just for you, man, Facebook content protection, mobile tool that flags copied or reposted reels. So I know you've had some challenges. When I saw this, I thought of you specifically because there's people out there fucking flogging the fake bullshit, all that fake crap that might grab John Anderson's name. So this is a tool that you might want to lean into, pal, sooner than later.
Yeah, hopefully this works better than reporting it, because reporting it doesn't do shit. I gave up on it a long time ago. I got a buddy of mine who's done the same thing. He gets, because he does crazy videos, and he'll report the fact that it's basically not him, and they'll come back and question if he's him. He's like, no. I'm fucking verified. What do you mean? Am I me?
You know, the verification thing, I think, might be the biggest fucking revenue scam on the planet, because I don't think it does mean shit.
Well, once you start paying for it, I mean, fuck, let's be honest.
Yeah, well, precisely. All right, Kevin Tejeda coming up. Before we do that, one last conversation, piece of content for this morning. And this one I can personally lean into, man, because there's sometimes when I'm just so passionate about something, I just want to
do some digging on nicotine too. It's getting fucking nuts what's coming out.
You know what? It's interesting because it was on my topics.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah,
like this shit is like forgive the word cure. I don't want to say cure.
No,
but this shit knocks down viruses like at a fucking rancid rate.
So, dude, you must have been looking at my list in between our conversations yesterday, because I had it on my list of topics. It's not gonna be on today's, but tomorrow or next week. But yes, nicotine's up there because I want to lean more into that, do some research, have some people talk about that for sure.
Inside your mind.
Yes. This one here, though, man, and sometimes I get so passionate about certain things that sometimes I just want to get on the rooftop and yell. This one, I'm very, because of what happened to me yesterday, I can relate into this one. Anthropic, one of the other big frontier models, CEO Dario Moto, warned in a 60-minute interview that AI could eliminate up to 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs within 1 to 5 years. Jimmy, run that clip, and then I got a comment on it.
Anthropic CEO says AI could erase up to half of entry-level white-collar jobs in 5 years. That's not sci-fi, that's forecast. Claude's already doing junior work for hundreds of thousands of businesses, and inside Anthropic, it writes about 90% of their code. He's also worried a tiny club of tech leaders is steering society, while hackers just ran a major cyber attack using Claude mostly alone.
So I won't spend much time on this one except this. I heard somebody say something a few months back that in our children, John, need to get used to constantly learning new things. I spent the last few weeks learning one thing that I was working on. Yesterday, Google releases their new model, Gemini 3, like a brand new model. It's just no different like an iPhone, next iPhone, right? So they released a new model yesterday. Dude, everything I learned for the last 3 weeks, irrelevant. And not irrelevant in a bad way, but I was able to build things yesterday that I could never have imagined building in my entire life. Let me give you a real life example. I would have loved to have built a house. I don't know how to build a house.
Okay.
Yesterday, I sat down in front of Gemini 3, and I built a fucking house. And I'm like, oh, so when I see so we're on Gemini 3, 4, 5, when I hear these predictions about the future, I'm telling you, man, humans just have their heads in the fucking sand. I'm just so telling you, because I'm tired of people who don't work with the technology barking. I work fucking 16 hours a day with this shit. It's changing society, and people just got their heads in the sand. I'm telling you right now.
Learned helplessness.
Yes, that's exactly it. It's exactly it. All right, Jimmy, Kevin Deheda coming up. Let's get center stage. Johnny, we got about a 90-second break. If you want to go for a piss, let's do that. We're going to bring the man up here and talk about his 100-pound weight loss. I can't wait to get into this one. Jimmy, let's do it. Sophia Graham.